doing every time I record, they take off in the soft pattern. It was quiet out here yesterday. It's too dark. Today we're going to be starting on my new ham shack build with the most important part, grounding, and the most controversial part, grounding. First we're going to do some measurements around the house, then we're going to do some exploratory dig to see where is my grounding rod for the house. It should be buried, but I don't know where it is. I haven't seen it yet, so I got to go find it. And then we're going to be doing some math to figure out where I'm going to put all the grounding rods. Finally, the digging. We're going to dig and see if we can install them. That's a lot. We can do this. We can do this, guys. Let's get started.
Just doing some light trimming here because I haven't been back here for years.
I'm only going to go back there once. So I got the yard scissor things to cut down the tree. That looks better. I got the tape measure so I can measure the fence, and then I have a spade that I just picked up because I couldn't find my new one to exploratory dig, and hopefully I do not hit anything down there because there's like everything coming into my house down there.
All I found is roots so far and a conduit for my sprinkler system.
Well, not the greatest shot in the world right now. I dug all around my electrical input to the house, and I did not find a grounding rod underneath the ground. I was hoping it'll be about 2 to 3 inches deep, but I'm a good 6 inches all around and about 6 inches deep, maybe a little more, about 8 now, and I can't find it. So I'm going to presume there's not one there and call in some help. But in the meantime, I can still do the math and I can still plan out everything and potentially start digging where I'm going to put my holes, and I'm going to tell you more about that in a second. It's been a while since I've been on my deck and recording, and I just want to show you this view. Usually it's up against the wall because of the lights and everything. Let's go ahead and start drawing. So the house, it looks like this. My chimney's here. And then let's start adding all the measurements. And there we go. So we're going to do some quick math to figure out how long of a grounding wire we'll need. And by just simply by adding everything up. I'm just going to add up all the feet, and then I'm going to do the decimals. Then I'm going to do a inches to foot conversion, and that will tell us better. So let's do all the feet first. 5 plus 41 plus 21 plus 3. 70 feet, then all the inches, 5 plus 2 plus 3 plus 11, 21, subtract 12, 9 inches, so we're going to add 1 more foot, and that's going to bring us to a grand total of 71 feet and 9 inches, and that's taut. I don't think I'm going to be able to buy that for a grounding cable, plus there's going to be splices and connections, so you're going to round that up and probably get more than what you need when you buy. This is where it's going to get tricky. Since we're rounding 90-degree corners, and we want these grounding rods to be approximately 10 feet apart. That means when the first ground rod, I'm going to use red here, goes in at the base of the chimney here, the next one's probably going to be over here. If we calculate the length between these 2 points by just running the wire down and at the right angle, that means the hypotenuse is going to be closer than the 10 feet that we want. So we're going to actually have to calculate what is 10 foot here and what that means for this length here. And this is where good old geometry comes in, and we're going to have the equation a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So that means x is going to be equal to the square root of 10 squared minus 5.5 squared, and that's going to tell us the length of x is from the corner of the house to the first point. So let's do some math. We're going scientific. 100 minus bracket 5.41.6 squared bracket equals square root of that. So it's going to come out to be 8 inches and 40%. So what's 40% of 12? So 12 times 0.4, 4.8. So we're going to round that up to 5 inches. So X here is going to be 8 foot 5 inches. Yes! I mathed! Next, how many others I'm going to need on this west side of the house. So we're just going to use 41 minus 8. We're just going to drop the inches for now. But that leaves 33 more feet on this side. So that's going to be 3 more grounding rods. And it's going to, the last one's going to pretty much be at the corner of the house to make it simple. Since the last one's going to be at the corner of the house, and then there's going to be 3 more somewhere else, about 10 feet apart, that means I'm going to need an additional one about halfway between this post, and that would be about here. Oh my God. I did a thing. So I'm going to need approximately 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 grounding rods. Math works, gentlemen. Wow. There's a little bit of fuzziness in here, and that's okay, but the principle is what I'm trying to do right here. Next step, what I'm going to be doing is, since I have mowers and I don't want to be hitting my ground rods, so I'm planning to take the sprinkler cylinder hubcaps where that projects the junctions for all your sprinkler systems. I'm going to take that and I'm going to cut them about in 3 or 4 inches. Then I'm going to dig 3 or 4 inches into the ground, put that down, then take the grounding rod and shove the grounding rod into the ground and have a cap there so I can adjust it just in case I need to. And I know where they are later. Then on either end of those, I'm going to be drilling some holes, and I'm going to run the grounding wire through them to keep the grounding rod kind of embedded in the ground a little bit, not much, just a little bit, so it's protected from the lawnmower. Then the last, run the fence line behind all the AC units. I'm just going to run it on top of the ground. So that's my plan right now. I wanted to start digging and getting more equipment and things, but I really don't want to do that until I get that electrician out and I really get the green light of this is possible and I don't have to pivot again. So right now we are putting a hold on digging and buying anything else, plus grounding rods that just looked today about $16, and that's going to be around $100 of grounding rods. And then the plastic buckets for the cavity, what I want to create in the ground, are $5 each, and I think I only need about 5 of those, so that's about $25 or $30. So I'm looking around, with taxes, $140 to $150. That's not including the grounding wire itself, so I don't know how much that is. I'll probably have to buy 100 foot because I don't think they're going to sell 80 foot sections, so that's going to be fun on its own right. Well, I think that's where I'm going to leave it for now. I hope this is not too short of a video. It's a fun video and it gives you insight on my planning. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for sponsoring, and to everyone, go forth and conquer. Yeah.